Hi everybody, I'm just doing a very quick video to fill you in on how things are going after I gave birth to my beautiful son Obi. Everything went okay. I went in on my induction date, but I'd started naturally at home with contractions. Went into the hospital, contractions were coming a lot quicker, a lot stronger. I'm trying to remember, my mind's so blank. We had to wait for a bed in the labour ward, finally got a bed, and I was in a bad way. They were like so painful, and I was only at I think it was 3 centimetres. Got checked again when they were going to try and break my waters, and I was 4 centimetres, which was very quick. But his head was high, so it was dangerous to break the water, so they're like, we'll just let you go, let them break naturally. It was getting really bad, so I asked for epidural. The epidural guys came, and at this point I'd been on gas and air, so I felt I was loopy out of my head. And the only way I could describe it was I kept saying to my husband, it's worse than a gallstone attack, because that's the worst pain I've ever had. So I was trying to get across the point that this is really painful. Anyway, they started to proceed to put the epidural in. So that was all going on. The contractions were coming every minute at this point, to where the midwife manager Carmel came in. I'd been on the gas, so I felt like I was just floating in the room. I didn't even feel like I was there. And I remember hearing her say, no, this girl's about to push. And I was thinking, no, that epidural's not even taking effect. I am not pushing while I can feel it. But the next contraction hit, and there was just no denying it. I was pushing. So it was kind of all rushed then. I don't think the student midwife that was with me knew it was that far along. So they were saying to me, push. So it was natural, could feel everything. So I was pushing, didn't know anything was going differently or going wrong. I just remember thinking my legs weren't up on the stirrups, and she was forcing my legs up on my chest at one point, and Morgan kind of was beside me, but then at one point he had to step back because there was a few in. And then I just felt this pain, I can't describe it, which I now know was the midwife's hands, arms, whatever, inside me, because what happened with Obi is his shoulder got stuck in my pelvis, so he crowned, but because he was stuck, he kind of went back inside, so they had to yank him out. Anywho, the whole heel to the hunt was that the way he was delivered, he actually fractured his collarbone, so it was it was a bit stressful afterwards. There was a lot of tests. His oxygen saturation had gone down, so he had to be put in an incubator for a while. Then his blood sugar dropped, so they advised against breastfeeding and onto formula feeding, because for the first 24 hours they had to heel prick him before and after each feed to check his blood sugars. So that sorted itself out. Also, his nappy was still dry after 12 hours, so that was a bit of a worry. But by the following day, he'd had a wet nappy, he'd had a dirty nappy, his blood sugars had gone completely normal. We'd had the x-ray, so we had seen he actually had a fracture, but we were told that just heals naturally by itself within 3 weeks. The only worry was with his arm, had there been nerve damage, because that can be permanent damage. So it was quite limp, his left arm. Excuse me, so we just kind of had to keep an eye on it. By the time I came home, we noticed he was moving it, he was moving his fingers, and then in the space of 3 weeks, he's lifting that arm, he's doing all good things. I had him at a physio appointment yesterday, and the physio said that for the development of him, he's has developed as a 3-month-old. And I've just realised I forgot to tell you his weight as to maybe the reason why he was stuck. He was 11 pounds and 7 ounces. That's 5.3 kg. He was a big boy. And I'm really mad that I was left to go 11 days overdue when the consultants knew he was going to be so big, and that is a factor in the shoulder getting stuck in the pelvis. So that was that. So I was kind of annoyed over that, and I was extra annoyed when I watched a video on YouTube about it. I think it's shoulder dysplasia it's called, and like 47% of infants born like in that way die within the first 5 minutes. That's a high percentage. So I didn't know how serious it was. I didn't know anything was going wrong until afterwards they explained everything to me. I just was like, obviously in the pain, because 11 pounds 7, all natural, feeling everything. So I can laugh now. So apart from that, he is doing excellently well. He is perfect. Like today, I've been able to hold him like a lot differently from how I've been holding him, because I've been minding his shoulder, so he's kind of he's on the mend. The physio said that fracture is healed. Obviously I'm still going to be gentle with it, but it just means like I can actually have him up on my shoulder now when I'm winding him in different things. So he's a lot happier. I'm a lot more confident. Robin absolutely adores him. Morgan's fantastic with him. We are just tired. Very tired. And that's that. Myself, I just had a few stitches where I tore naturally, so just like superficial stitches. Loads of pain in my ribs from where they're just kind of going back into place. My hips are fecked, but I'm happy. I'm going to get him. I'm actually in my bedroom. I'm going to turn around and see. Can you see? There's his little crib, and I'll show you a belly shot. Not that it's great. I'm going to pop you down there. I don't know if you can see. So it's kind of gone down a bit. So there we go. Yeah, so on that note, I'm just watching the time because I did a vlog, but it was like 15 minutes long and it wouldn't upload, so I'm going to finish now. So everything's going really well. Albie and Robin are actually downstairs with Morgan because I'm about to have a bath, but in my next video I'll do a video with the two of them. But that was it. It was dramatic, but he's healthy. He's fine. He's over 13 pounds now, so he's a big boy. He's in like 3 to 6 month clothing. I love him so much. So I'm going to go. Bye bye.